So, Brad, what are some things you're looking at today?
Well, it's interesting today. Look, it was a tough slate today. I didn't really love today's card, but I'm going to take a long shot bet. I call these pizza bets where if you win, you're going to be really happy. And if you lose, maybe don't put a ton on it. But the math on it is quite good. And it's Mets slugger Pete Alonso to hit a home run. And right now on the Park site, it's plus 510.
Ooh.
Okay, plus 510 at a home run. He's going against Mitch Keller, who's decent, not a good pitcher, not a great pitcher. But what I like about this bet, 85 starts this year. Okay, Pete Alonso's hit a home run in 1785, so he's 17-68 in doing it, which means he should theoretically be a 4-1 underdog. For this year, he should be plus 400. Well, we're getting plus 510. So right off the bat, that's a good bet. But when I go back the past 3 years, because this has been the worst stretch Pete Alonso still had in hitting home runs, and even with that stretch, it should only be plus 400. Last 3 years, 96 and 308, which is a 24% home run clip, which means you'd be hitting around plus 316. Again, we're getting almost 200 basis points higher than that. We're getting plus 510 on the Park slate. Plus 510 when the last 3 years, this guy's hitting a home run 24% of the time. This is all basic math, guys. That's all it is. The true odds based on the last 3 years of data, plus 316. You're going to give me plus 510. You have to be able to put in a bet that you know is probably going to lose. And sometimes that's not easy to do. You're like, oh, the bet's so hard to hit a home run. I don't want to do that. But if you did this bet every single day for the rest of the extra 80 games of the year, I guarantee you that it would be a profitable bet. Pete Alonso should not be getting over 5-1 odds, and unless he's going against like Zach Wheeler types, elite starting pitchers. Keller's a good starter, but certainly not an unbearable matchup. Even if it was Paul Skeens, I'd be scared. But Keller's the kind of guy who could still give up 3 or 4 runs. I like Alonso to home run. I think it's a really good math bet, guys.
Yeah, and I think he's heated up a little bit recently too, as the Mets have heated up. So I was shocked to hear 5-1 there for
it's
the
too high.
It does.
It's too high. Again, even in a year like this year where this has been his, if you look at Pete Alonso's career, check it out. Go, anyone watching right now, look at Pete Alonso's career. This has been the worst home run pace he's ever had. Okay. Now, I don't think he's just magically lost abilities, but even with that, again, even with this being the worst he's been in his entire career, it's still been a 20% winning bet, which means we should be getting 4-1. So if you're giving us plus 510, okay, just think about it right now. Here's how you have to look at it is if you're 17-68, if we're getting plus 510, that 17 times 5.1 is about 88 or so. It would be like 88 and 68. We'd still be up 20 units just doing this bet every single day this year. Despite Alonso having his worst career year, you'd still be up, if you bet this every single game this year, to be up 20 units. That's pretty good.
Yeah. What else you got your eye on here today, Brad?
Well, that was, look, it's funny because like this was a hard slate for me today. Didn't bet it, but I leaned Cincinnati Reds today. Feltner to me, not a great pitcher. Abbott, probably the Reds' de facto number 1 starter. Usually keeps them in the game, pitches pretty well. Reds have gotten Noelvi Martel back, one of their best young players, to go with Steer and Candelario, Ellie De La Cruz. So I kind of think that the Reds are going to start to maybe score a little more runs. Be a lean here for Cincinnati, but again, not enough for me to actually put in a bet on it. The one thing that I actually really thought was worth it was the Pete Alonso bet, just because, as I said, the math on it's really good. But I know it's hard to put in bets that you're probably going to lose. But man, if you make that plus 510, tomorrow will be a very sunny day.
Yeah,